You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and subbing me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Fueled by Insanity, Tracy's Path. So y'all, before we jump into it, just want to let y'all know that our Patreon is now for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards. Here we go. Like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming not safe for work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Maybe we could add the little part where you diddle Ted's thingy in this. Well, I said it like that. It sounds so weird now. Yeah, I'll probably add that later on. Anyway, back into the cave of horrors, y'all. Blake's shirt is still damaged, but he's safe. While Blake's still on the floor in shock, Tracy and I stare at Ted, completely bewildered by what just took place. What the hell just happened? Did Ted just use... There's a long silence, only broken by the sound of heavy breathing coming from Blake. With nobody saying anything, and with Tracy and I staring straight at him, Ted awkwardly says something. So about that weather... You just stopped that. Whatever was happening to Blake. Did I? How? I don't know what you're talking about. Don't play dumb with me. You know what you just did. Does it matter? He's alive. We're alive. That's what's important, isn't it? Tracy lets out a sigh and nods. This whole place went from creepy to terrifying in just 5 minutes. How are you doing, Blake? The three of us turn our attention towards Blake, who's finally brought himself up to stand. For someone who just nearly died, he's a lot more calm than I expected. In fact, he's not just calm. He's laughing? Whew! Talk about an adrenaline rush. I thought I was done for. It appears that the lab coat came in handy after all. I think you mean Ted came in handy. Yes, and I intend to question him about it later, but for now, let's continue searching. Shall you lead the way again, Jeffrey? Yeah, sure. Before I set off, I shine my flashlight back towards the path to the chamber we just left, and something catches my eye. Up against the wall of the cave is what appears to be a grayish-brown statue that looks about the height of a person. Any possible defining features, however, are difficult to make out. I can make out what appears to be 2 legs and 2 arms, but what should be a head looks... melted. It suddenly dawns on me that the statue used to be a person, someone who suffered the fate Blake was about to experience. In place of ears are just 2 lumps folded in on themselves. Layers of hardened fur are drooping down from its forehead, completely covering its eyes. The lower jaw is completely missing, and there are holes in its throat, making the inside visible from here. Pieces of bone protrude through its chest, ribs if I had to guess. The skin from its belly is melted onto the cave wall, and its intestines can be seen hanging and pouring out through any holes they were able to find. What the fuck? So it melts you and turns you to stone? What the hell? At its base is a mass of clumped and hardened fur, flesh, clothing, and various organs that had spilled out and pulled around where its feet should be. If it even had a tail before, it was long since gone. It likely fell off into the pile of other stuff on the floor. Whoever this person was, there's no way to identify them. There's nothing left to hint at an age or even species. One thing is for sure, whoever this person was, they must have suffered greatly in their last moments. If Ted wasn't here to do whatever he did, would this have happened to Blake too? I shudder and turn my light towards where we're meant to be going and leave this area, never to speak of what I just saw again. Further and further I lead us in. Every now and then we reach a dead end and have to turn back. Whenever we do, Blake chisels out an arrow to guide us back if we end up stumbling upon the same place again. The longer we walk, the more I doubt that what we're looking for is even here. I wish I could talk to Kaijiro right now. He's the one who warned me that there would be cruel traps, and what I saw back there, the horror of what that person must have gone through. He's got to know something. Kaijiro surely would be able to guide us if he was here. Instead, this all falls onto me. But I think he didn't say anything more because he trusts me. At least I think he does. He wouldn't allow me to come in here to just die, would he? Not after the whole thing he said about wanting companionship or whatever. Unless he thinks I'm expendable and moves on to the next person. I let out a sigh, shake my head, and remind myself to focus on what's in front of me. Hey, Jeffrey? Tracy catches up to me and whispers my name before looking over her shoulder and making sure no one else can hear. Ted and Blake are having their own conversation, so I doubt they'd even notice even if she didn't whisper. What do you think Ted did back there? It looked like some kind of magic. That's what I'm thinking too. He was acting really suspicious about it though. Why do you think that is? Why are you asking me? You know him more than the rest of us. You have more insight. Not really, but does it matter? So, water time. Oh, delicious strawberry bubbly water. Huh? He saved Blake's life, right? It shouldn't matter how he did it. Maybe, but aren't you at least a little bit curious? I shrug. I am, but right now isn't the time. I just want to leave this place as soon as possible. How'd you two meet? Can you shut up? The words slip out before I can censor myself. I didn't even realize I was upset with her until I said them. You're hiding something, aren't you? Excuse me? You knew this place was trapped. You're covering for Ted when it's obvious there's more. I'm not covering. I just don't see why it matters. Look, I just want some reassurance that you're not leading us into some sort of death trap. What? Why would you think that? Because you're the only one who knows where you're going? Are you stupid? Have you not been paying attention this whole time? I have no clue where I'm going. I'm just as lost as the rest of you. I'm only leading because no one else stepped up. But you have been here before. We haven't. That doesn't mean anything. I just followed my friend and then left. That's it. Tracy lets out a long sigh. We'll talk more after we get out of here. I don't know about you, but I don't feel like myself right now. There's something really wrong here, and you and Ted are hiding something. It's obvious. Why would you... When I stop to think about it, she's not wrong. They don't know about Kazuo or anything he's told me. Of course she's skeptical. All she knows is that I know things about this place I probably shouldn't. Even so, it shouldn't matter. All I have to do is trust me and follow what I say, and everything will be okay. I think. Hey, everyone! Look over here! All eyes go to Ted upon hearing him shout in excitement. He's pointing his flashlight at something embedded onto the cave wall. It looks like a red powder of sorts. There's no shine or anything to it. It would be easy to miss if not for the flashlight pointed right at it. That's it! That's what we're looking for! Ignesium! Great work, Ted! So, what do we do with it? Just a sec. Tracy reaches into her bag and pulls out a small empty vial as well as some sort of sharp tool. She walks over to it and uses the tool to scrape some of the powder into the vial. That should be enough, I think. Is that it? That stuff is all we need to cure Caleb? Tracy nods and grins. You betcha. Now let's get out of here before anything else can go wrong. Oh, good idea. I'd rather not stick around and have another brush against death again. That's good, I guess. I should be happy, but it doesn't feel real. I was expecting something more triumphant, I guess. Then again, I shouldn't be complaining. I'm just glad we can finally get out of here. You two ready? Blake's question is directed at both Ted and me. I nod, but when I look at Ted, he doesn't look too thrilled. Ted, is everything okay? The question seems to snap Ted out of whatever was going on with him. Oh, yeah, sorry, I was just thinking about something. It's like, water time. What's that? It's nothing important. Okay. Not bothering to press him on whatever it is, I turn back around, ready to finally get out of this place, but... Ah! After only a single step, the floor gives way from underneath my feet. In a split-second panic, I reach out and try to grab onto... Tracy! I grab onto Tracy's leg, only to end up pulling her down with me further into the cavern. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What did you do, you stupid motherfucker? Oh, dear. Tracy! Before I can process what just happened, I find myself fully submerged into a speeding current of murky water. I hold my breath, but barely have any air to start with. My right arm bumps into the cave wall, nearly making me lose my grip on my flashlight. I squeeze onto it as tightly as I can, knowing this flashlight is my lifeline. Even if I make it to land, being lost in a pitch-black cave with no light would be a death sentence. I kick and thrash about, desperately trying to reach the surface. Just as I run out of air, I manage to resurface and take another big breath. The moment is fleeting as I'm pulled back beneath again. I want to scream, but I can't. I want to let go of this stupid flashlight and free up my other hand, but I know better. I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! I've experienced drowning once already, and I know how horrible it is, how painful it was, and how helpless I felt. And that was only a dream. This is reality. If I don't make it, there will be no waking up this time. My left leg gets scraped against something. I attempt to scream, but all that comes out is the precious air I was holding onto. In panic, I try to breathe back in. By some miracle, I find my head above the water again just in time. Help! I scream out, hoping that somehow someone might be able to hear me, but there's no response. Somebody please! Once again, I'm violently pulled down, and the cycle repeats. Head above water, head below water, bumping into rocks, the floor, and the walls, kicking about in an effort not to die. It goes on seemingly endlessly, until... I've got you! My left wrist is grabbed, and I find myself getting pulled off to the side, going parallel to the current. I aim my flashlight in front of me, and a clear view of Tracy fighting to get the two of us to safety. With her help, I'm finally able to keep above water, but... Just when we're almost there, I get smacked into an untimely stalagmite, ripping me from Tracy's grip. Without Tracy's support, I'm pulled back underwater so fast that I can't even get time to react. The shock of the situation causes me to try to breathe in, only for me to end up inhaling water. My body goes into a fit of trying to cough to expel the water from my lungs, but that only causes me to fill up more. Fear overtakes my mind as I realize this might be the end. I was so close to being done with this place, to escaping back into the outside world where I was safe. And now? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did we get the bad ending? Yep, we died. Maybe. You didn't have to run away, you know. What else was I supposed to do? Stay around and keep fucking stuff up? That's all I'm good at. You're being stupid. If I didn't want you around, I'd tell you. Notice I've never told you? Just shut up, okay? Not until you stop being a child and grow up. Okay, Mom. I'm trying to help you here. And don't call me or anyone else Mom. She's dead. You know things were better after I left. We both know that. No, they weren't. Second, y'all. Water time. Ooh. I hate myself, so why can't you? Things would be so much easier because then you'd be so happy with me gone. Work on yourself instead of running away again. If you don't like who you are, then change that. Be someone you like. I've tried. Then try harder. You used to be better than this. If I could disappear where no one would ever find me. That's what I wanted. Please, somebody find me. Wake up, damn it! I regain consciousness and feel a weight pressing up and down on my chest. I don't get a chance to question what's going on before I start to feel sick. I'm rolled onto my side and start hacking up water, gasping for air in between each and every cough. Stay with me now, you're okay! I look up and see Tracy kneeling next to me. Where am I? Still in the cavern. Oh, that sucks. Tracy snorts at my remark. Yeah, it does. With my lungs mostly clear now, I take a deep, much-needed breath and sit up. What even happened? Well, we found a source of magnesium, then we both fell through a hole into a rush of water. Excuse me, huh? Right. Then I started drowning. I got to you in time, at least. I never want to go through that. I never want to go through that again. Well, if you did, I'd be worried. I might have to toss you back in. Her shift from being concerned to then joking like that catches me off guard. Even though it's a delayed reaction, I laugh. Don't you dare, I'll drag you with me again. Too bad for you, I actually know how to swim. Tracy holds out a hand to help me get up, though I ignore it. Right now, all I want to do is lie down and get some rest. Come on, get up. I shake my head and begin to close my eyes. Guess I gotta make you then. Huh? To my surprise, Tracy grabs both of my arms and yanks me up to my feet. Gah! I nearly fall forward, only for Tracy to catch me. I know you're tired, but we've got to go whether you like it or not. Ah! As much as I want to protest, I don't have the energy to. Oh, yeah, we're lucky I was able to grab this before it got washed away. Tracy holds out the flashlight I've been using. Somehow, in all the chaos, we still have it. You want to lead the way, or shall I? I shrug. In that case, follow me. Alright, y'all. I am going to go ahead and pause it right there. Alright, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!